This video is more than just a collection of information on the corrosion issue faced by owners who have a Jeep Wrangler JL or Gladiator JT. I'm going to summarize my findings, I'm going to share with you some of my personal experience, but the conclusion, well, that's going to be up to you, and I'm interested in what you're going to think, so stick around. What? Corrosion again for the third time on a Jeep that's only 4 years old? Why? Now, I've covered this corrosion issue in a corrosion-specific video, and I also touched on it in my 100,000 mile review video. So why am I following up with this video? Well, when I see that questions are brought up in Facebook groups or on forums related to this issue, many of the answers are incomplete. And I just find that's not very helpful for fellow Jeep Wrangler JL and Gladiator JT owners. Hey man, don't worry about it. It's just galvanic corrosion. They got a steel bolt going through the aluminum hinge. The JK has it too. Don't worry, it's a Jeep thing. You know, it's more than just that. And if you're thinking of buying one or you own a Jeep Wrangler JL or Gladiator JT, you're going to want to know more about this. Now, I'm not an automotive engineer. I'm not aware of any peer-reviewed scientific studies on this matter. I'm just sharing with you information that I found online, and I'll provide the links where I can. I'm sharing with you my own personal experiences, and the comments I make in this video are my own opinion, so please be mindful of that. But of course, feel free to share your thoughts and opinions in the comments section below, because I know all of us will be interested to hear what other people think as well. Okay, for starters, FCA has been named in a class action lawsuit on just this corrosion issue. There, did you see that number up there? Whenever I have a source of information that I can share that you can go investigate in detail yourself, I'll have a number on the screen that indicates which link it is in the description section of this video. So the first link is a link to the class action lawsuit. Also, you may want to ask, is there really a Wrangler JL and Gladiator JT corrosion issue? Well, the fact that FCA has issued a technical service bulletin on this matter would indicate to me that there is. Technical service bulletins are often issued by manufacturers to the dealers to help them understand how to address certain problems. Now, in this technical service bulletin, they're instructed on how to make repairs to the corrosion issue that occurs on aluminum body panels. And when you look closely at the technical service bulletin, they've been working on vehicles with aluminum panels with this issue on vehicles as old as 2013. What? 2013? The class action lawsuit that I mentioned earlier refers to the technical service bulletin as evidence that FCA was aware of the problem but did not adequately share this information with potential Jeep Wrangler JL and JT customers. So after paying tens of thousands of dollars for a Wrangler or a Gladiator, owners are now faced with blistering paint issues, plummeting resale values, and repair costs. All you have to do is Google this and you'll find many links online to other Jeep owners who are chiming in on this issue. I personally have been experiencing this issue on my own 2018 Jeep Wrangler JL Sahara. I've had the corrosion issue on all of my hinges, and in this way, corrosion on the hinges is how it's similar to the JK, but it's vastly different. It's comparing apples to oranges, because on the JK, you have steel body panels, whereas on the JL and the Gladiator, you've got aluminum. And this aluminum corrosion issue continues beyond the hinges. For example, on my Wrangler JL, in the 3 years that I've owned it, I've had corrosion on all of the hinges, the leading edge of the hood, the edge of the window frame, as well as on the driver's side fender. I've had it all repaired. The hinges and the edges of the doors have been repaired twice, and after 3 years of ownership, I've had the corrosion on the edge of the door frame reappear for the third time. The difference for me is now FCA will not honor the warranty because they say I am beyond the kilometer limit for the warranty. Because in Canada, FCA has put a kilometer limit on the warranty for the corrosion, unlike in the US where you've got 5 years with unlimited kilometers. Really, FCA? It's different for Canada than the US? Not feeling the love. But what could be the explanation for this? I don't know if they're saying it's because we use salt up here in Canada, but I know in the northern states they do as well. However, you American Jeep Wrangler and Gladiator JT owners, after 5 years, you own it. And as you can see on my Jeep Wrangler, it seems to keep coming back. But what could be the explanation for this? Other than the people on the forums who just keep shouting out it's galvanic corrosion. Some people suggest that perhaps the body panels haven't been primed properly at the factory. Other people state that other manufacturers like Audi, for example, they prepare their body panels in a separate building altogether where there's no environmental contamination from metal, dust, or other such contaminants from the factory. Either way, it's not your job to find out. FCA is the manufacturer. They happily take your money for the vehicle, and they've been dealing with aluminum body panels for over a decade. And they stand behind their product. They should have this figured out. They're charging you the prices of a premium vehicle, so the quality control should be that of a premium vehicle. FCA should have this figured out, and customers should not be left to hang out to dry or corrode away the dust of dissatisfied customers. And speaking of dissatisfied customers, let's talk about dealer service. A lot of people are hesitant, as you can see in some of these links, to bring their vehicle to the dealer because they fear the quality control on the repair will only further devalue their Jeep. I, for example, have taken my Jeep to the dealership. They removed the doors, they repainted the hinges and the doors, reinstalled the doors, and the corrosion keeps coming back. Well, what do you do if you're considering buying one? Well, at least now you're aware of this issue that FCA has been addressing since 2013. Would I have bought a Jeep Wrangler JL with my hard-earned money on a vehicle that has a corrosion issue that FCA conveniently didn't share very well? If you do own one, what do you do? Do you sell it and not mention it to the buyer? Do you cut your losses and trade it in on something else? But other vehicles may have their own issues as well. Or do you just live with it? I mean, it's corrosion. It's not rust, which would perforate and disintegrate the metal. Corrosion's going to cause your paint to blister, and I believe it's not likely to cause perforation. And that brings up another issue where some of these rust-proofing companies offer you a warranty, but if you read them closely, it just addresses perforation in the body panels, and that will not happen with the aluminum panels on the Jeep Wrangler or Gladiator. So if you're thinking that you're paying for that service due to the warranty, it won't really apply. And like I said, I don't think that aluminum's going to ever get to the point where it perforates while the Jeep is still on the road. And also I should note that the warranties for the companies that I investigated do not warranty the frame. So what do you do? What are you going to do? Let me know in the comments section below, because I know I'm interested, and I'm sure all the other viewers are interested in what people are going to do in regards to this issue. But for me right now, I think what I'm going to do is just slap on some Cheaper Jeeper TV stickers on the offending areas. Sorry, just had to bring in some levity. Want to buy a Jeep? Hey, that's it for this week's episode of Cheaper Jeeper TV. I hope that you found it interesting, and if you did, how about giving this video a thumbs up? And if you're new to the channel, please feel free to hit the subscribe button and the alert bell so you'll be notified when videos like this come out again. And also make sure to check out last week's video where we celebrated reaching 10,000 subscribers, and we have a draw where we're giving away a Bouge RV 23-quart 12-volt fridge. So until the next time, I'm Dino for Cheaper Jeeper TV. Be well, stay safe, take care.